Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another session of podcast. I wish and I'm sure you will enjoy listening to the broadcast.
What is microbiome? We spoke a little bit the last time, but if you can just recap a little bit, what is microbiome and the different microbiome that work for the body?
Okay, this whole program is I named it as Universe of Microbiome.
The universe of microbiome.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Universe of Microbiome will be explaining you the human body. Microorganisms, the general terminology is they are abundantly found in every part of life, human species. Either you take marine biology, or you take the aquatic life, or you take plant kingdom, or you take the insect kingdom, or you take the birds and animals, reptiles, humanity. We are all filled with microorganisms. And not only there, you have abundance of microorganisms in water, you have abundance of microorganisms in the soil. Everywhere. It is infinite. We cannot calculate. We can never calculate at all till the end.
True.
Because nature is immeasurable. You can never bring in a measurement to find out how many microorganisms are there in this planet Earth with respect to all, wherever they are filled in. Now, microorganisms are a general term, microorganisms, because they are microscopic. You can't see a microorganism, right?
Right.
That's why they call microorganism, because they are microscopic.
Right.
The word microorganism came only in microscope. You can see that it's called microorganisms. There are 6 types: bacteria, archaea, then you have fungi, then you have algae, then you have virus, then you have protozoa. There are 6 of them.
6.
The 7 of them is seventh one is called these multicellular parasites from the animals. See, microorganisms, a general category is unicellular organism, single cellular organism, that is, and then multicellular organism, and many cells, the cultured cells, organisms called parasites. There are three types, but the 6 major types are these 6 fellows. Virus is a part of one of the microorganisms. This is what is microorganism. Without microorganism, they are the life support. In everything, they are the life support. What is happening in the soil as the plant grows, the microorganism has to support the roots.
True.
Otherwise, the plant cannot grow.
Yeah, they're the ones that supply
What exactly
nitrogen.
we do is we put all the chemical fertilizer, try and hard to kill all of them.
True.
That's what we are doing, without understanding anything. Even though we understand, we still kill it. This is what is the universe of microbiome. Microbiome is this microorganism, the universe of microorganism it is a part of everything. Yeah, nothing, that's a life support. Without microorganisms, no species can live on Earth. It's not possible, including your plant kingdom. Yeah.
Including plant kingdom. So what are the functions broadly? I mean, we leave the gut microbiome out because we'll do a separate session on it. But what are the functions of the 6 different types of microbiome that we are host to?
No. There is nothing called. We are going to talk about the microbiome part of the human body.
Human body.
Viruses are not a part of us. There are many bacteria are not a part of us. Now, if you want to further understand the microorganism, there is another word called pathogen.
Pathogens, yeah.
What is a pathogen? You have to understand. You have to be very clear with your language here. Pathogen is a word coined to address those microorganisms do not belong to us. When they come in, they cause damage.
True.
They cause disease. So they are the one called pathogens. So microorganisms, we are built with microorganisms more than our cells in numbers. Initially they thought 10 times. Now they are slowly trying to understand. Each and every cell has 200 to 500 microorganisms depending on a person.
True.
Say suppose if you are having 300 microorganisms for every cell of yours, if you are built with 100 trillion cells and your 100 into 300 trillion microorganisms are the part of your body, it is one unit put together, consists of all these guys.
So your body isn't your flesh and blood alone. It's your body plus all of these microbiome that help you function.
Every part of the body, the microorganisms are there. They're doing lots and lots of work for you.
So what is the different kind of work that microbiome does for the human body?
See, if you take, as the child is born, this is very interesting information for everybody. As the child was in the womb of the mother, as they are born, the first thing that cesarean affects the microbiome of the child.
Okay.
It has to come through the fallopian tube of the vagina, because the vaginal flora is very much required during the delivery. That determines the future of the child. All cesarean kids are not as healthy as normal delivery children. First thing you should remember. No studies have been done so far on that. This is because of the microbiome balance. Number one. As the child is born, they have more of skin flora.
Okay.
As they drink the mother's milk, the gut flora starts colonizing. You understand?
Yeah.
This is where, as they grow only, their microorganism, the flora colonies will start slowly building. As how we grow, the microorganisms also grow inside. The mother's milk becomes an absolute important, vital component to build your floras inside, which is very important. That is why when it comes to the question of cow milk, if suppose there is no way for mother's feed because the mother has perished or died or whatever, we give the cow's milk. The cow is very close to us in microbiome.
In microbiome.
Yeah. And that milk does the job. All these things are been studied by the ancient science, not as yet by the modern science. Why ancients have given so much of importance to cow's milk? Very important. So you have 800 plus species in your dental area alone.
Dental area alone, yes.
Microbes. The highest microbes are found in the throat in the beginning. Then slowly the gut. Okay, and in the intestinal function, microbiomes are, in the smaller intestines, they are as the intestines keep going, they are lesser, more, and then when come to the larger intestines, they are more. In the colon, they are the highest.
They are the highest.
They are the highest. This you can go to the net and study.
Yeah.
But all these guys does, your brain has a brain flora. Your
Does the brain have microbiome as well?
Huge.
Okay.
Very huge. There are two types. One is in your microbiome, there are good microbiome, they are called good bugs, inbuilt, born with you, developed within you, a part of you. There are also bad microorganisms. The bad microorganisms should be lesser in colonies, the good bugs should be more, required quantum. Why bad they are? Because what they eat and excrete becomes a toxic element for us. You understand?
Yeah.
Say, suppose if you take a calcium supplement as a pharmacology drug, they find that you are less in calcium and they're going to give you some calcium supplements as tablets and all that. Calcium is sourced from the geological material. So what happens? It has contamination of mercury, cadmium, lead, nickel, arsenic. All this mental contamination is there. That cannot be eliminated. That becomes food for your bad microbes.
Okay.
You understand? So microbiome is a very tricky stuff. They've just started studying now.
Yeah, it is a recent.
There are good amount
study.
of work has been done in the last 20 years. They found many facts of microorganisms part in human diseases. When your microorganisms are, divided into prebiotic, probiotic and symbiotic and all that stuff, they could manage to understand. When we talk about the gut flora, we'll talk about it. But then the microorganism imbalance is the major reason for onset of many diseases. This is what you have to understand. This is being studied so brilliantly by the ancient science. Ancient science look at the holistic part of the human body,
True.
the holistic chemistry of the human body. They don't fragment it and study it. Here you have specialized the whole thing. Somebody studies hematology and somebody study oncology.
Right.
This guy has got a lot to do with that guy. And when the oncologist try to attack something, he corrupts the entire balance of hematology.
True.
He says, my job is to make sure that I kill the cancer cells. The hematologist says, please don't contaminate me by doing so. Because they two are different entities. But they, inside the body, are together.
Yeah, they only studied.
I wish you understand this.
Yes, they only studied differently.
Yes.
That's true.
This is what is happening. Where exactly you are coming and playing the game is you are destroying the microbiome of the body, which gives way to further complicated problems. As we go towards to eliminate one particular imbalance or a disease or whatever you call it, when it comes to the question of pathogens, it is very clear. Tetanus is a pathogen, rabies is a pathogen, tuberculosis is a pathogen. You know all that. They are all guys who don't belong to us, come and causes these problems.
COVID-19 is a pathogen.
Yeah, COVID-19 is a pathogen for us because it's a virus which doesn't belong to us. Just come into our system and started, breeding themselves. We can't do anything about it. We have to see to it that our immune system makes sure that they drive it away. Simple. This is what the whole structure of microbiome is all about. Microbiome does many works. You have the gut microbiome is helping so much in your digestion. You have intestinal microbiome is doing so much. There is no end for them because more than the work of the cells, the microbiomes are doing more.
Doing what? True.
Suppose a particular microbiome in the brain, which has to flare up after your cataract surgery, come into your eye. It will finish off your eye. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned about the different disease that are, are brought about because of the disturbance in microbiome. Could you just touch a little bit more about it? What can we expect once there's an imbalance in microbiome? And I'm not talking about the gut, it could be the skin, the eyes.
Basically we get affected with pathogens, in normally, hypertension is something totally different. A glucose imbalance is totally different, right? All these problems. But when we come to the question of falling sick often is due to virus attacks.
Yeah.
Virus fever they call what we do. So they have number of antibiotics.
Yeah.
So they try to treat you with one antibiotic. One course of antibiotic destroy 1/3 of your gut flora, which takes 6 months for 1 year for the body to rebuild it back again. There are two things in microorganisms in the body. Even the good bugs should not be more in colonies than what is required. Samjhe kya?
Yeah.
You understand? Then, should not also be lesser. At the same time, the bad bug colony should not go up. Because they're going to, excrete a lot by eating some of our food. And those excretion becomes toxic in nature. It is a further load for the human body to clear it as fast as possible. This is how the whole balance is kept inside. The entire balance is of the microbiome's harmony, the colonies. what the ancients have done in Virosanam, they only try to recorrect your microbial load. Remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of your toxic inflammatory accumulation of the physical system, especially the liver and the abdominal area, including the intestines, the inflammatory part of the spleen, the pancreas, the stomach, the intestines, majorly liver, will lead to the bad microorganism colony to grow more, which are the cause for your disease, many diseases, which modern science will be doing. It's been studied very beautifully by the ancients. I know the food that they have designed to eat, the timing that they have designed to eat. You cannot eat all the time in the world. You're not supposed to eat food between 12 and 2 in the midnight. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it is a resting time. And you know how to prepare your food. What should be the food should be taken at what time, at what season. All those things counts. And you see lot of ingredients which has medicinal properties come into play.
Yeah.
You have garlic, you have ginger, you have onion, you have fenugreek, you have pepper, you have jeera, you have that soap, there are so many cardamom, so many things goes on. We need good amount of magnesium, so we use a lot of nuts. That is your cashew nut is 25% of the cashew nut is close to magnesium. It's a natural source of magnesium. And then calcium, which comes in sprouts for us, in flat rice for us. It's all designed in such a way, the food, what you cook and eat, according to the design in which, the timing in which, the quantity in which, the way in which you're supposed to have them, and all that stuff, which is directly helping your microorganism balance to be retained. And when suppose you are stuck with some physical imbalance in terms of diseases, then the medicine come into play.
Right.
The ancient medicines are so carefully designed that they will not harm or interfere with the microbiome system of your body.
It will help, in fact, restore.
Whether it is going to help you or not, that's a different issue altogether. He will not interfere with that fellow.
Yes.
Here in pharmacology, the pharmaceuticals, they are ratified chemicals, synthetic molecular values, goes and does haywire situation to the microbiome of the body, which further result in a lot of other problems.
Other diseases. Yeah. So could you tell us?
That is why that I saw one video by Dr. B.M. Hegde, where he's from the medical fraternity, only worked all his life.
Yeah.
Then finally he understood that don't think. This is what he says. Everybody say that there is a pill for every ill. Actually, the fact is there is a ill after every pill.
Yes. I've heard that.
Yeah. I'm not, see, we have a system. We have a modern medicine system. And I'm not against it. I'm not criticizing it. I'm only trying to explain you the science.
Right. I think we need to be conscious of what that system does to us.
Tomorrow when you're going to reel in pain, even though it is going to be a load to your kidney, you have to, help yourself with a painkiller and, keep yourself calm. There is no doubt. We do have something in hand. And when you're in trauma care, there are many things are done. There are many surgeries are done to survive you, and then post-surgery medicines are given. All those things are there. But medicines which are, kept given to you for the rest of your life for maintenance of glucose and hypertension and all that, has a terrific impact over our microbiome. Yeah.
So coming back to microbiome other than the gut, for example, the skin or microbiome that's in the eyes or the ears, the nose, the entire respiratory tract, there are so many microbiome within that. How do we take care of, or what is the recommendation of ancient Tamil science to take care of all of this microbiome? I know the gut is the large chunk of this, but we'll take it in the next episode. But the other, the skin and the
See,
respiratory
all
tract.
that you can take care of yourself is you cannot go and take care of each and every fellow, the trillions of them. It is not possible.
To form a lifestyle, for example,
as long
soap.
as you are not contaminating yourself, you have to have fresh cooked food, timely food. You have to have some good exercise or whatever. These are all the norms. You have to wear clean, washed clothes. Right? All those things
Natural
matters.
materials.
All those things matters. Keep your environment clean. Don't allow things to decompose inside the house.
True.
All those things matters, We keep our house clean, but we don't keep our outside environment clean.
True.
Okay. So you live in a cleaner environment. All these things help you. If you want to, this question is actually a brilliant question. At the same time, it's a very funny question. I'll tell you why. Because the nature has created you.
Yeah.
You are a part of nature.
Yeah.
You are a product of nature. This much we can understand, you and me. The nature knows how to take care of you. You understand?
Yeah.
At the same time, you have your own physical responsibility to make sure that you protect yourself by trying to understand many things. Like how you keep your house clean. You don't wait once in a month. You don't sweep and swap the house, right? Every day you sweep and swap the house. Okay, like that. How you keep your toilet clean and all that stuff. Wash them every day, wipe them every day, and whatnot. Dust them every day and all that. The same thing here applies. Is that how good that you take care of yourself, which is basically most important is your mental health. If your mental health is good, and there is no emotional turbulence in you very often, then the acidic part of the blood will not be there, which will have a good environment for your microbiome part of the body.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of work has been going on epigenetics. How environment controls you. The genome of your DNA and RNA by more than 92%, not by birth. You should go and study epigenetics. You will understand many things.
So it is your environment, your internal and external environment that actually decides the...
The internal environment is dominated by the external environment. Yeah. All your environment in the sense like that, your siblings, your family, if you're a girl, first you're a daughter, then you're a wife, then you're a mother, then your children, then your husband, then your friends and family and whatnot, the working atmosphere, the kind of load, the kind of career you develop for yourself, the kind of financial thing that you control, that all these things related to your conditions, which leads to the so-called word called stress, which is nothing other than the emotional turbulences. That when you don't, too much of expectations leads to too much of disappointments and go on. It keeps going. At one point, how do you balance yourself, maintain a supreme mental health? One, that supreme mental health, if you know how to practice it with a lot of PMA, positive mental attitude, then your physical harmony will be good and your microbiome balance will be good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. That was
You're most welcome, Vishaka.
Wonderful session, very enlightening. In our next session, we go deeper into the gut microbiome, which is the very source of our existence. It helps us tremendously, without which we cannot live, as sir said. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much for spending your quality time. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you enjoyed this session. See you later.